February 1945, while the world watches Allied forces close in on Berlin, something unspeakable unfolds in the Philippines. In just 30 days, over 100,000 people will die in a single city. The destruction will rival both Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. Yet, if you ask 100 people today about World War II's deadliest moments, maybe one will mention it. This is the Battle of Manila, a massacre that killed more civilians than the atomic bombs, destroyed a 400-year-old city more completely than the firebombing of Dresden, and involved war crimes so systematic that Japanese commanders were executed for them. So why have you probably never heard of it? This isn't just a forgotten battle. This is a mystery about memory itself, about how history chooses what to remember and what to erase. And the answer to why Manila disappeared might disturb you more than the battle itself. If this part of history blew your mind, hit the 500 like, share your reaction in the comments, and subscribe the channel, turn on bell notification. The mystery deepens. Here's what makes this so haunting. When Hiroshima was bombed, the world stopped. Museums were built, books were written, films were made. The image of that mushroom cloud became seared into humanity's collective conscience. We said never again. Hiroshima, approximately 70,000 dead in an instant. Manila, 100,000 dead over 30 days. Bodies piled in streets, the Pasig River clogged with corpses. Entire families bayoneted in their homes. Babies thrown into the air and caught on bayonets. A maternity hospital where newborns were murdered in their cribs. One bombing created a monument to peace visited by millions. The other created silence. Walk into any classroom teaching World War II. Students will learn about D-Day, Pearl Harbor, the atomic bombs. They might learn about the rape of Nanking or the Bataan Death March. But Manila, it's a footnote if it appears at all. How does an atrocity this massive simply vanish? Setting the stage. To solve this mystery, we need to go back to 1942. The Philippines falls to Japan. General Douglas MacArthur evacuates, making his legendary promise, "I shall return." For 3 years, Filipinos endure brutal occupation. Then January 1945, MacArthur keeps his promise. American forces land on Luzon and advance toward Manila. Liberation is coming. The nightmare is almost over. But here's where everything goes wrong. 2 Japanese commanders, 2 opposite decisions. General Tomoyuki Yamashita, overall commander, looks at the strategic situation and sees the truth. Manila is indefensible. On January 6th, he declares it an open city and orders withdrawal to the mountains. It's the smart move. Preserve forces, avoid civilian casualties, fight a guerrilla war. But in Manila itself, Rear Admiral Sanji Iwabuchi commands 16,000 naval troops and Iwabuchi refuses to leave. Why? Naval honor code, personal shame from a previous defeat, fanatical ideology. We'll never know for certain. He dies in the battle. What we do know is this. Iwabuchi transforms Manila into a fortress, and his orders to his troops contain a chilling phrase. If we run out of ammunition and food, we will use the civilians. Not protect civilians, not evacuate civilians. Use them. The battle begins February 3, 1945. American troops enter Manila expecting resistance but hoping for a quick liberation. The city was declared open after all. Filipino civilians line the streets waving flags hidden for 3 years. Children cheer. People weep with joy. Liberation at last. But as Americans push deeper, they discover the truth. The city is a fortress. Every building fortified, churches turned into pillboxes, hospitals hiding artillery and something worse. Bodies, streets littered with corpses, buildings filled with the dead. The massacre has already begun. Japanese soldiers are going house to house in certain neighborhoods, systematically executing civilians. Not random violence, organized extermination. Families herded into buildings that are locked and burned. Men tied together and machine-gunned. Groups taken to churches, schools, open fields, and slaughtered. February 10th, the Red Cross headquarters, clearly marked, filled with wounded civilians and medical staff. Japanese soldiers storm in, bayoneting patients in their beds. Doctors trying to help are shot. Nurses are raped then killed. One survivor hiding under bodies later counts over 50 corpses in a single room. February 13th, Paco Church. For centuries, a sanctuary. That day, a slaughterhouse. Over 100 people seeking refuge inside. Grenades thrown through the doors. Survivors bayoneted. Father Cosgrave beheaded at his own altar for trying to protect his congregation. The Americans realize what they're facing. This isn't just a battle. It's genocide. The terrible choice. But here's the nightmare scenario American commanders face. Dos of